Please, can you repeat after me? Nomophobia. Nomophobia, thank you. So, nomophobia simply means no mobile phone phobia. So let's look at what nomophobia is. So basically, nomophobia is the fear or anxiety of being without a mobile phone or losing connectivity. Okay, now, this particular anxiety is one of the modern psychological issues that is being faced by many people as we have now. And this affects mental health, relationship, and productivity. It is estimated from a study being done that 90% of people under 30 years have some form of level of nomophobia. The question is, why does it happen? It's because we have made phones part of our life. We use phone for everything that we want to think of, for safety reasons, for social connection, for identity. Also, many of the applications that we use gives us a form of reward in the sense of triggering what we call the dopamine. The dopamine is actually a neurotransmitter that gives us the feeling of good. Just like when you do something for someone and the person says, oh, thank you so much for it, that feeling that you get. All these particular applications, especially the social media ones, are designed to give you that kind of feeling. Another reason why nomophobia can happen is the fear of missing out. We always want to check what is going on. We want to know the latest thing and all those things. Now let's talk about the causes and the triggers. We have the psychological causes. That is, people with low self-esteem or have the fear of isolation, or those who rely on digital validation are likely to suffer from this sickness called nomophobia. So people who want to post on Instagram, they post a picture on Instagram, they want to see how many likes, how many shares, how many comments. You are moving towards that sickness called nomophobia. We also have behavioral causes. That is the excessive use of phone, constant social media engagement, reliance on apps for daily tasks. Some of us live on our phone. It's not a bad thing to live on your phone, but it's bad when you are not able to do other things apart from living in your phone. We also have some situational triggers that can cause nomophobia, such as losing signal or battery. I'm very sure that there are many people here, when their phone goes on low battery, they start feeling that kind of anxiety just because their phone is on low battery. Or if, for example, for some reason their MTN data isn't working, then they are scared, they are worried about it. Others also cannot live without their phone. So assuming that you have a lecture to attend and then you leave your phone behind, you start worrying. Okay? And another one is being asked to turn off your device, especially at church or meetings. Some of you can never turn off your device. If you are in such a situation, you are heading towards the condition known as nomophobia. What are the symptoms? So pay attention to this one. The psychological symptoms include anxiety. If you are anxious, okay, if you are panicking, if you are becoming irritability, or if you are becoming fear, or if you are having a fear of disconnection, then obviously you are heading towards that sickness. If you are having these behavioral symptoms, such as constant checking, inability to focus, compulsive scrolling without an end, you want to scroll till thy kingdom come, then you are heading towards the sickness known as nomophobia. Physiological symptoms include sweating, rapid heartbeat, restlessness, and disturbed sleep. Without your phone, you are restless. You cannot even concentrate in class. You cannot even sleep well just because you cannot find your phone. If you are suffering from this, if these are the symptoms you are experiencing, they are getting closer to nomophobia. Now, how do we cope with this? How do we go around it so that we don't become nomophobic? We need to learn to set boundaries. We have to create phone-free zones. So in our bedrooms, during our meals, during worship, we must learn to create a phone-free zone. We have come to church to worship. You can decide that as I've come to meet my maker at church, I'm not going to interact with my phone maybe after Sabbath school. Of course, because we have a Sabbath school app on the phone that you want to engage with. We can also do what you call a digital detox. That is, try as much as possible to introduce breaks when you are using your phone. I can even go to the extent of saying that we must even do what you call phone fasting. A fasting where it's not about food, but it's about you not playing with your phone. Think of these things. We must learn how to use our phone meaningfully and mindfully by tracking our screen time and also disabling non-essential notifications, because these notifications are the ones that prompt us to always go back and check on our phones. From a faith perspective, last month I presented on digital technology and the Christian faith by this author called Elias Barze de Souza. And he suggests that we should let technology serve us rather than making technology enslave us. Okay, we should let technology serve you, not enslave you. We can also change some of our lifestyle activities, such as we may want to engage in exercises, meditation, and face-to-face interaction. These are ways of coping with nomophobia. Interesting enough, the same phone device that you can suffer from nomophobia, there is what you call the digital well-being application on your phone. Maybe after church you can check this out. When you go to your phone settings, just type digital well-being. Okay, once you type digital well-being, there is this application that pops up for you. It allows you to set timers and manage how you use the phone. So for example, you can set app timers. So if you are fond of being on TikTok for a very long time, and you know that as you have come to school, because now the vacation is over, starting Monday, you are going to have a serious academic activity ongoing. And you know that the phone is going to be an obstacle for you. You can set timers on your TikTok, your Instagram, and your Facebook app. If you think that you are spending as much as 3 hours a day on any of these applications, you may want to reduce it to, let's say, 1 hour for the first week, and then as you move on, you continually reduce it. You can do this by using the digital well-being app, because when the time is up, it will freeze the application for you. We can also set bedtime mode. As students, it's very important for you to sleep well. So you may want to have a bedtime mode which says that after 10 p.m. you don't want to get any form of notification or any form of call. In other words, you go to a do not disturb mode. You can also set a focus mode. Personally, I have a focus mode. During the weekday, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., I don't get notification from any of my social media applications. On Sabbath, when I come to church, from 9 a.m. to like 1 p.m., I don't also get anything. You can do this by using the digital well-being app. So you set it up so that you can be in a focus mode. For those of us who work a lot and we receive a lot of notification from work, you can also use what you call the work app schedule, such that when you're at work, you set the system that you set the digital well-being that you're at work. Once you are no more at work, set it off that you are no more at work, so that it blocks unnecessary notification from work. There's more to life than work. We can have screen time reminders. That tells us when we are spending so much time on the screen. It can manage notification for us, and then it can also manage what we call heads up. So some of us will be walking and then we'll be looking on our phone. Okay, so very soon all of us will be walking with our head pointing to the ground because gravity is acting on our head. Now, in digital well-being app, when you set the heads up, anytime you are looking on your phone for a very long time, it will prompt you that watch out. For parents, digital well-being app can also allow you to set what you call parental control, where you decide how much time your child can use your phone if you give it to your phone, or if you give your phone to your child. Now, in case that your child is having a separate phone, you can install this application called the Family Link application. Now, this Family Link application allows you to set the necessary boundaries on your child's phone. It allows you to locate your child's phone and even decide on which particular application your child can install on his or her phone. So this is something that parents can also install on their phone to manage their ward's phone, especially those who have given their children phones to use. Let's talk about the spiritual and ethical reflection of nomophobia. As I said last time is a gift from God. And it's expected of us to learn how to manage our time well. And we will need to account for the time that we use. So we need to be very mindful of the time we use. It's best for us to spend time in doing things which will bring more value to us than to spend more time using our phone for things that will not bring value to us. We should also learn to appreciate we should prioritize the real life relationship over digital ones. There's nothing better than face-to-face conversation as compared to social conversation. We must also be aware of our privacy. Let's not forget that anything that we do on social media, there's a digital footprint being kept on our behalf. So someone can actually get your full profile based on the things you post on social media. We must know that true wisdom comes from God and not endless scrolling. Thank you.